Could we finally get the full story of what happened at Jeffrey Epstein's notorious New Mexico ranch? The New Mexico Truth Commission is seeking answers and will reportedly issue 14 subpoenas this week. Officials wanting documents from the FBI, the Justice Department, and Epstein's former banks. To discuss, let's bring in senior judicial analyst Judge Andrew Napolitano and former federal prosecutor Doug Burns. Afternoon, gentlemen. Great to have you.
Thank you.
Oh, good to be with you, Krisha.
Good to have you. So, Republican State Representative Andrea Reeve, she's a member of the Bipartisan Commission. She says the goal is to build a complete documented public record. And the committee is saying if someone committed a crime, they will be referred to the appropriate law enforcement agency. Now, the Justice Department recently released thousands of pages of the Epstein files, as we all know. Judge, what makes anyone believe they'll get this commission, new documents, or even answer the subpoena without challenging it?
I mean, these people are a little late to the party. The statute limited, to say the least.
Exactly.
And I don't mean to demean what happened by calling it a party. They are late to the legal proceedings.
Sure.
They don't have subpoena authority outside the state of New Mexico. Doug and I were talking before we came on set. Who outside the state of New Mexico would feel bound, which includes the FBI, would feel bound by these subpoenas? It's not even clear what this is. Truth Commission. Yeah. Legislatures in America don't conduct criminal investigations, so this is probably done for domestic, local political reasons. Yeah,
curious to get your perspective on this, Doug. The statute of limitations, it seems like it's gone beyond the time frame here.
This doesn't happen that often. The judge literally took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to say they were a little late to the party.
Right.
Where were they for all the years that have elapsed, the entire period that's gone on? And so obviously, as lawyers, we're here to tell you have statute of limitations issues. There are jurisdictional issues, as the judge explained, about enforcing subpoenas beyond New Mexico. And again, you have to look at this logically. What happened was, because of elitism and wealth and human nature, everybody looked the other way for years and years and years. Then it became a political football, obviously, and we want justice for the victims. Of course, we all do. But the reality is, to come now with a straight face, oh yeah, we're going to do a full investigation. Again, they are very late.
Yep, too little, too late.
It's not only too late for criminal prosecution, it's too late for civil litigation.
Right.
So where are they going with this?
Yeah,
They're wasting taxpayer dollars.
That's very true. I do want to turn to this. This is an interesting case with Amazon. They are now facing a $5 million class action lawsuit this Tuesday over its Ring doorbell. Now, a man in Virginia is suing over the device's AI facial recognition software, claiming his privacy rights were violated. The man saying Amazon collected images of his face at family and friends' homes without his consent. Now, it's worth noting using facial recognition software is optional. So can Amazon, Judge, really be held liable for this, or would it fall on each homeowner?
This one, Doug and I have not discussed ahead of time, so I don't know what his views are.
We don't know how you guys are going to end up.
Okay, but in my opinion, if this guy's got a problem, he should sue the people whose homes he visited and took pictures of him, not the manufacturer of the camera. So I don't know where he's going to go with this. This will be dismissed.
Okay.
There's a very tricky question as to what extent do you have privacy. A, when you're walking down the street on a public street. B, when I'm in front of, for example, the judge's private property, his home. Those are tricky questions. And there is some privacy. And I think the FTC sued and recovered a few years back. But again, as the judge says, and I agree, you would sue the individual homeowner whose apparatus violated your privacy.
Okay, got it. So no recovery,
and
it
why
seems
do
like
you go
here.
to a friend's house if they're going to take pictures of you and you don't want your picture taken?
It seems like the friends are a bit sketchy.
Maybe the word friends needs more definition.
Maybe frenemies. That could be it.
But your friend just took your picture.
Your friend is watching out for you, literally watching you. As Americans, though, take part in the primaries across the nation this evening, the battle over mail-in voting, it rages on in our nation's courts. Democrats appealing a judge's ruling not to block President Trump's executive order, tightening rules with the Postal Service, only sending out ballots to those on an approved list. Real quick here, Judge, if the Constitution only gives Congress and states the power to set election rules, can the president really do this?
No.
Okay.
No, you said to be quick. No,
Go quick.
Listen, I understand what
Not
he's
that
doing.
quick.
He has personally been victimized by shenanigans in voting.
Yeah.
But if he wants this done, he's got to ask Congress for legislation, and
Okay.
Congress can do it.
Final thoughts here, Doug.
No, I agree. Time, manner, and place of elections, state legislatures, and then also the federal government. So Trump is always pushing separation of powers buttons and envelopes. He does it all the time, obviously.
So you guys agree on everything. You were colluding before this interview. You knew everything.
You agree with us, too.
I agree with you, too.
Collusion
I'm
is
joking.
such a strong term.
Collusion, yes. Alleged
Wait,
collusion.
where did I hear that? Collusion.
Rudy Giuliani's favorite word.
All right. Well, Judge Andrew Napolitano and Doug Burns, thank you both for being here.
My
Appreciate
pleasure.
it.
You're welcome.
You got it.